Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Julian's Journey to the Land of Imagination. A special bedtime story for Julian. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house on a quiet street, there lived a little boy named Julian. Julian was a curious and imaginative 1-year-old who loved exploring the world around him. Every day, he would venture into the backyard, marveling at the birds singing sweet melodies and the colorful flowers swaying in the gentle breeze. One sunny afternoon, Julian's mother dressed him in his favorite blue overalls and a soft, cotton shirt. As she tied his tiny shoelaces, she smiled and said, "Julian, my darling, let's go on an adventure today." Julian's eyes sparkled with excitement. They stepped outside and followed a winding path that led to a magical forest. The trees whispered secrets, and the sunlight danced through the leaves, casting playful shadows on the ground. Julian giggled and clapped his hands, feeling the enchantment of the forest. As they walked deeper into the woods, Julian's mother gently picked him up and placed him on her hip. Suddenly, Julian spotted a colorful butterfly fluttering nearby. He reached out, but the butterfly gracefully danced just out of his reach. "Fly, butterfly, fly!" Julian exclaimed, his tiny voice filled with wonder. The butterfly seemed to hear him and began leading them through the forest, guiding them to a hidden path. Following the butterfly's lead, Julian and his mother stepped into a world unlike any they had ever seen before. It was a land filled with towering mountains, lush green meadows, and sparkling rivers that sang a soothing melody. In this magical land, Julian encountered friendly animals that quickly became his friends. There was Benny the playful bunny, who hopped and twirled around Julian's feet, and Oliver the wise owl, who perched on a branch and shared stories of far-off lands. But the most remarkable creatures of all were the wild things. These magnificent creatures had big, curious eyes, furry bodies, and mischievous grins. They were as wild as Julian's imagination and as gentle as his mother's touch. The wild things instantly recognized Julian's adventurous spirit and crowned him their king. They invited him to join their wild rumpus, where laughter filled the air and dance moves spun everyone around in pure joy. Julian's heart soared with happiness as he twirled and twirled, feeling a sense of belonging that warmed his soul. But as the sun began to set, Julian knew it was time to return home. He bid his new friends farewell and followed the butterfly back through the forest, his mother guiding him every step of the way. They strolled hand in hand, the stars twinkling above them like tiny lanterns. Back in their cozy little house, Julian's mother tucked him into his soft, warm bed. She kissed his forehead and whispered, "Sweet dreams, my little adventurer." As Julian closed his eyes, he could still hear the laughter of the wild things and feel the warmth of their friendship. He knew that even though his journey to the land of imagination had come to an end for now, it would always be waiting for him whenever he needed it. And so, Julian drifted off to sleep, his dreams filled with wild rumpuses and magical creatures, knowing that his imagination would forever be his greatest adventure. The end.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.